Hi, I'm Gwen Foster. Today I want to talk about essential oils. And essential oils, I love them. I love them. I love them. Here's my 1/3 of my personal collection. I didn't buy a bunch of essential oils all at one time. I've kind of bought them as needed for different reasons. I'm going to go over some of the most popular ones. I don't personally carry essential oils except for very few. The reason I don't is because Young Living and doTERRA, which are two of the most popular brands, are MLM companies, and I just don't offer any products or MLM. I think that generally you can buy cheaper products. I'm just an multi-level marketing fan, so I don't carry them for that reason. I'm not saying they're not good. I just think sometimes they can get a little bit pricey in any MLM situation. But I do like them. I do think they're valid, and I think you can also get them at not those two brands, but you can get other very good brands at health food stores or online. And I think that they're all pretty good. I haven't ever had one not work. I think most of these are Young Living. But I'm just going to talk about the most popular ones and what I use them for. So the first one is myrrh, and both myrrh and frankincense, which is up here close to the front somewhere, are used a lot topically. I also use them when people are dealing with kind of spiritual issues. For clearing techniques like emotion code, I use these. And just to kind of protect the space, like when you're talking about sensitive people, I like them. They're also very good. There's a lot of information on the internet about using them with cancer and also skin cancer and other cancers close to the surface of the skin. But frankincense and myrrh are hugely documented, probably the most documented of any essential oils because of the references in the Bible. They've been used for thousands of years, and they used to be prized like silver and gold. They used to have, people used to trade frankincense and myrrh instead of money for exchange because they were so valuable. They still are a little bit expensive as far as essential oils go, but they're really, really good when they work. I mean, they're awesome. But I do think of them as very spiritual essential oils, but I also like them, for protecting my space, for protecting me. If I want to do something like that, I'll put a drop, like on my temples, on my wrist, or in a spray bottle. I'll dilute with some distilled water and spritz my place. There's something else I really like for that, but it's not an essential oil. I'll talk about that later. Another one I really like that has some very unique properties, but is helichrysum. Helichrysum is also kind of an expensive essential oil, but one thing, I'm not going to give you all the attributes of each one because that would be long individual videos. I want to just talk about my favorites. But if you have a hearing issue, or your pet has a hearing issue, like an aging animal, you can rub helichrysum behind your ears, and it's amazing. My friend Guy in Minnesota told me this, and it absolutely works. So if you or your pets have hearing issues, with people, sometimes it's just wax and they need to have their ears properly cleaned, but helichrysum can really help for restoring hearing. Another one I like a lot is peppermint, and peppermint is really good to have on hand as a first aid, especially if you have children. It's really good for fevers. If you have a cold or something where there's a fever involved, you can rub it on the soles of your feet to reduce the fever. It's very, very good for that, and it's something that you should have on hand just as a first aid remedy. I like to, if I have to put it on my feet, I'll put it on and put socks on afterwards. It's also very good to put right here if you have stopped up, you can't breathe. You just put one dot right below your nose, like above your upper lip. It's very good. You can also dilute it with another oil like olive oil or sesame oil and rub on your chest like a mentholatum type of thing. So peppermint is a very good one to have. Peppermint is also good for digestion. If you put a drop in a small amount of water, it's very good for soothing the stomach when it's upset. Probably the most famous, I would say, of all the oils popular today is lavender. Lavender has so many great benefits. It's great for hyper kids. It's great for hyperactivity, restless, can't sleep. You can put it in an atomizer like this in the bedroom, even of a child, and just let it mist the room so that it's very calming. You can put it in a spray bottle with some distilled water and spray the sheets and the pillowcase. Also good for calming. You can put in your bath water for a nighttime bath to just relax. Let things go. It's also good before test or when someone just has a little bit of anxiety. It's just very naturally calming. So that's a good one to have on hand too. I love this one for the same reason, Peace and Calming, and this is a Young Living blend. And Peace and Calming, just to me, is really good, like when someone needs help, just to take the edge off. You know, they're just stressed out, they're about to take a test, they're about to go into a meeting with their boss. You know, it's just like takes the level off of anxiety. These two are by, I'm trying to think who makes these. Her name's Elizabeth. These two remedies, Flea Be Gone and Bugs Be Gone, are remedy. I have been using these for a very long time, like 15 years. Elizabeth Essentials is the name of the company. And I use these on my dogs. So after my dogs get a bath, I put a few drops. If we're going to be out in the woods or country, I put like a drop on their head here, and then I put a drop on their top of their tail. And this is like a bug repellent, like mosquitoes, ticks, and the other one's a good one for just if there is a flea problem. I do not personally use drugs on my dogs at all, so I depend on natural products to keep them healthy. Okay, the next one is wintergreen. Now wintergreen is very similar to peppermint. You can use it a little bit interchangeably, except wintergreen is also good for certain parasites. Wintergreen oil is a good one to put on your feet if there's like trichinosis, or certain parasites do not like wintergreen oil, especially the single cell parasites. So if you have a hard time getting rid of them, you might try putting them on the bottom of your feet. Hannah said that if you have a quilted pattern on the ball of your foot, I don't have a quilted pattern, so I can't show you, but if you have like the quilted pattern on the bottom of your foot that looks like kind of X's, like in this part of the ball of your foot, then that's a sign of a parasitic infestation. So wintergreen oil is very good for that. The next one is Joy. Now this is also a Young Living blend. I think this one's really good for like mood disorders and people who just kind of feel down, depressed, things like that. Joy is a good one that you can put in a room, like an atomizer. You can also put like one here. The reason I like this spot for ones that you want to breathe for support is because they last a long time and they're not really noticeable. And if you put it right here, you're going to just like be breathing, and every time you take a breath, and so they're kind of naturally there. It's not like putting it on your wrist and you got to smell it or remember to do that. Here's another lavender. Okay, so Lemon and the other citrus oils like grapefruit are generally uplifting. So any citrus essential oil is good for uplifting your spirit. They're also generally all documented for weight loss. Like if you want some energy and you want to help with weight loss, the citrus oils are generally good for that. Also can be good for digestion. Let's see what else I got here. Purification. I like this one, and there's another one called Releasing. I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't. There's one that's a release formula by Young Living, and this one's Purification. These are also good, like frankincense and myrrh, for like doing emotional clearing techniques. Also just kind of protecting your space and protecting your field. These can also be good in an atomizer in your office area or your bedroom, wherever you think that you need help and protection and support. And this one's also frankincense. All right, well, these are my favorites. I mean, I think it's a nice thing to have, 5 to 10 in your house just to cover all the bases. There's plenty of websites that you can get information on all the benefits of essential oils. I think there's always good to have one for calming, one for pathogens like thieves, which is a Young Living oil combination too. It has like cloves and things in there. It's also in their toothpaste. And then one for fever, like peppermint, one citrus oil, one either frankincense or myrrh, or both. I mean, if you have like one in each category, you don't need all the citrus oils, you don't need all the peppermint, wintergreen oils, but if you have like one in each category, you're going to kind of cover the bases at home for when you do need them. The atomizers, this one's a Now brand atomizer. It's easy to operate, it's inexpensive, and I ordered this online. But these are really nice for children, babies, pets. I'm gonna get my dog real quick. She's like, Maggie's like, I'll be famous. When you're using essential oil, cats are kind of weird with essential oils because they are so sensitive, but also dogs are sensitive to smell. So whenever you want to work with a doggy and essential oils, like you could put the helichrysum just behind her ear, or you can put a drop up here. It's not like right in front of their nose. I have before put like one drop, like she's like, I'm so cute. One drop on one paw pad, just because they're going to lick it, they're going to get some that way. If you put essential oils in their water bowl, they're probably not going to drink it because their sense of smell is probably 1,000 times stronger than human smell. But you can just put a drop here, put one drop on one paw pad, and put it somewhere that they're going to have exposure, that, or the atomizer for the room where the doggy is. Now with cats, I'd probably, just from what I know, I wouldn't apply them to cats. I would use an atomizer for sure, just because they do not like it. They are super sensitive. So check your contraindications for dogs and cats if you use essential oils. She's like, okay, I could be famous. I could be a star. She's totally like, okay, I'm gonna do my own video next about how to take care of doggies. All right, thanks for watching.